Welcome to Diversity Matters. This program is designed to provide insight into the diversity and diversity-related activities throughout the New Hanover County school system. I am Maria Black, the Hispanic Services Liaison for New Hanover County Schools. In the first half of the program, I'll talk with Peggy Williams, PTSA President from Ashley High School. We'll discuss the new volunteer policy and its effect on the volunteer pool. Then, in the second half of the show, my co-host, Valida Quattlebaum, travels to Williston Middle School. She'll talk with students and teachers who, during the month of October, took part in a unique anti-bullying campaign that has changed the climate at Williston. So don't go away. This edition of Diversity Matter will get started right after this short break.
Poor nutrition today will increase Sarah's chances of anemia, add to her healthcare costs, sick days, even stunt her ability to learn. And the thing is, Sarah's not even born yet. Get proper nutrition before it's too late. Call or visit WIC. WIC provides nutrition information, healthcare referrals, even food. Your child has you, and you have WIC.
Welcome to Diversity Matters. I am Maria Black, and today we will be speaking with Ms. Peggy Williams, PTSA President at Ashley High School. We're going to talk about volunteering opportunities throughout the county and volunteering opportunities also at Ashley High School. We will discuss Policy 9022, which is the new volunteering policy that will go into effect January 2014. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Maria. Good to see you.
Peggy, can you please tell us who is a volunteer? Can you define the word volunteer?
Well, what's wonderful about a volunteer is it's anyone. It can be a grandparent, it can be a mother, a father, it can be someone from the community who's retired and just has time that they would like to give. It can be anyone, and we welcome anyone who would like to come and volunteer at Ashley High School.
Okay. There is also another term that it's called parental involvement. Can you distinguish between the two, please?
Yes, well, parental involvement begins with all of us with our children at a very young age, where we just want to know what's going on with them, to make sure they're completing assignments on time and doing the right thing and behaving in the proper manner. And that's where it all starts. But as with me and my children, I started volunteering from my parental involvement, turned into volunteering through preschool, elementary, middle, and now high school.
Okay. And what is the overall goal of parental involvement, and what is the overall goal for any volunteering program at the school level?
Right. Well, for parental involvement, I would say it's just wanting your child to be as successful as possible, academically, socially, and just being a well-rounded student. And that turns into the volunteerism where you want your child to be successful, but you want to help every child reach the academic excellence that they can and support them in any manner that you can to help them achieve that goal.
Okay. And who makes a good volunteer?
Almost
and
any.
What makes a good volunteer?
Okay.
Let's distinguish a little bit
Sure.
in between who and then what makes a good volunteer. What are some of the characteristics that would bring that value?
Right, I would say number one, just being dependable. If you have someone who's going to volunteer, you want to make sure that they're showing up, because if you have a child who's going to be meeting an adult, whether it be a grandparent or a parent or someone who's coming to help them, you want them to know they're there for them, and you want them to be dependable and show up on time and to be there. And I know emergencies arise, but we can usually take care of that in an emergency situation. But you want someone who's going to be giving their time to help that child, and someone that you can depend on to be there.
Right, and you mentioned earlier a neighbor, a parent, a grandparent, and that it's just really good to know, and for the audience to be, that much more aware, because I've heard people say, well, I don't have children anymore, and yet I always feel that's as a citizen, as a community member, that it's a shared responsibility to help in the upbringing of all children, and because we all have something to give. We all have a cultural background or an experience, a talent, anything that could enrich the life of that child, at the school level or elsewhere.
Right.
So that's great. Can you tell me a little bit about, let's say, your own personal experience, just briefly? You know, how did you get to where you're at? Because you said you started when your child was in pre-K.
Yes.
You have a senior now, and
I do.
how rewarding has that been for you?
It's been wonderful to watch my children grow and to be there, to see it, to see them through field trips when they were in pre-K all the way up through my seniors getting ready to do her senior project. And that's something I always volunteered in, to be able to learn how to better help her when her time came to do senior projects. I participated in those for the last 4 years that I've been at Ashley. And in the middle school, I would participate with the Reflections program and do background things for the teachers whenever they needed help. I also tutored children in middle school and in high school, and it's very rewarding. And I enjoy being there and getting to know who their friends are and getting to know the teachers and being able to keep up with what's coming up. It helps me if maybe they don't tell me when picture day is or when an event is coming, and I'm able to know what's coming and just be better prepared.
Do you feel that by virtue of that level of involvement, you have also become aware of the needs of other children and other areas of support, you know, where support is needed? Do you feel that have, you know, worked towards that awareness?
I do, because when I started volunteering or with the parental involvement in the school system, I started for my child. It has now progressed into being there for other children. That when I would tutor, I wasn't tutoring my child, I would tutor other children because I'd want to see them be successful and also support teachers and through some of their events and projects. But it's very rewarding, and yes, being able to see it for all children. That's what we're there. We're there for all kids, not just our own.
Right, great. And let's go over some areas, examples at the middle school, elementary school, middle school, and high school. If you have someone that will say, Peggy, I like to volunteer in elementary school. I feel that the younger children, it's a good group that I can relate to. What are some of the areas that you think in elementary school teachers will be very happy, or the school very happy to welcome into? What are some of the things they can do?
Reading is a big one. You can read with a child, have them read to you, help them with their words and their enunciation. You can also, volunteering in the library, you're able to help them pick the right books and to help nurture that. There are so many opportunities being a classroom parent, and you find out needs there. And there are events that you can do, but there's one-on-one things that you can do. I know we've helped with geography bees and things like that that have come up at that level.
Okay, and then it seems that when you go into the middle school and high school, there might be some other areas, let's say sports. It seems like sports starts getting, you know, kind of big in middle school and high school. So can you give us also some examples of middle school and high school volunteering opportunities?
Right, well, sports is a big one. The biggest thing parents, I believe, can do is just come out and support events. I know that we have always taken our children, before they ever came to Ashley, we always took them to events at Ashley just to have them get a sense of the school and a sense of ownership. But as a parent now, I have children who participate in sports at Ashley, and you can help by being a team parent. You help with dinners that they have. They also have an athletic booster club that you can be a part of, and that helps support all sports and all athletes. And in the middle school level, parents still can even be involved to a certain degree to coaching, but there are certain regulations that you have to go through in order to participate at that level in sports.
Okay. Another program that also starts, you know, with a greater level of involvement, it's music, band, orchestra, you know, for middle and high school. Would you say that parents are also welcome and needed in those areas as well?
Very much so. We have a very strong band booster club, and we have a very strong music program. Also, our arts are very strong, and we also have the ROTC program, where parents help support them financially, have events, help them raise awareness, and do demonstrations and things like that for the community.
Wow, that's great. I mean, it's just amazing as we're having this conversation. It's just like endless world of opportunities.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's great. So kind of no excuse for someone to say, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know where I fit. It seems like it's an area for everyone, you know. What about if we were to talk specifically about Ashley? Can you tell me what are some of the things going on with the Ashley's volunteer program? How has that developed?
Well, it is actually doing very well now. I know with having 4 administrations in 4 years, our parent base and volunteers suffered greatly. And our parent organization at the beginning of last school year actually shut down. There were about 15 parents who got together and kept things going to support the teachers and students at that time. But since we've gotten our new principal, Mr. Norville, who is fantastic, and we have a fairly new administration in our front office, all of our assistant principals have just been wonderful and so supportive. They've welcomed the parents in. They've made them feel like they belonged. They've plugged them in. We now have about 60 volunteers a week that are active. We have about 200 that are on our email base that when an event comes up, we send out a need for help or a request, and they get back to us about who can come and help.
That's great.
And there are many opportunities for them to help in the classroom, help with events, in the library. And one of our biggest is with senior projects coming, they can also be judges for that. And we involve a lot of community members in that, retirees, teachers, anybody who can come and help the students on that endeavor before they graduate. And everyone's required to do a senior project.
Right, right. That's great. And you mentioned off camera, we were talking about an event that it's coming up.
Yes, actually this Friday our Spanish classes are all getting together, and parents have sent in materials, but they are going to have stations where, as we celebrate a fall festival type of environment in the United States, in the Spanish communities they have called Dawn of the Dead or Day of the Dead, and they're coming through and doing stations to learn culturally how other people celebrate this holiday. And parents are coming in to work the stations and help the teachers with that.
Wow.
Just to help educate the children in just another avenue.
That's great. That's great. That's very, it seems to me very diverse. You guys are just actually tapping into every little area. That's wonderful. And what do you guys expect to see over a period of time with the program?
We are already seeing wonderful things. Just last month alone, our volunteer hours we had over 700 volunteer hours, which I would venture beat us out last year for the entire year.
Wow.
So our parents are excited. The programs, just even our service clubs, our Beta Club and Honor Societies are really picking up in their community service events and having help from parents in doing that. And I'm just seeing Ashley prosper and grow to get to where we really want it to be.
Okay. And quickly, as we wrap up, Policy 9022 for New Hanover County Schools is the volunteering policy. Can you tell me which, there's volunteer levels now.
Yes.
Do you see any benefits on that?
I do.
Distinction?
I do. Most of our volunteer opportunities are going to be a level 1, which is a staff member is around, there are a lot of people around, and it's group activities. What is more specific this time is the level 2. That is when you have a one-on-one experience with a student, and that will require a background check that the volunteer themselves will there'll be a service that they can pay for to have it done, and that is one of the most rewarding to have that one-on-one experience. But due to safety for the student, it has just now been put into writing and required for that opportunity.
Great, and that's important, safety.
Yes.
Always safety. Well, thank you so much for your time this morning. I am sure the audience have learned a great deal of information as to areas where they can give their time to, and the importance of being a volunteer. So I just want to thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Okay. Now don't go away because we will be right back.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look! Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
The month of October was Bullying Prevention Month in New Hanover County Schools. Many of our schools organized many different events throughout the month to bring awareness to the important issue of bullying prevention. Here at Williston Middle School, they ran several student competitions where students and entire classes could submit anti-bullying posters, rap songs, poems, and even video skits. Today, I'll be speaking with Mrs. Kristen Guthrie, an 8th grade guidance counselor, the creators of the school's top anti-bullying submissions, and Miss Erin Cousin, who is a senior at Mosley PLC. Mrs. Guthrie, I understand you all have had an exciting anti-bullying campaign here at Williston. Can you tell us about it?
Sure. Well, here at Williston, in October, we celebrate National Bullying Prevention Month, and we always try to find something that we can do to engage the students school-wide. This year, we decided to form a bullying prevention committee with about 7 to 10 students from each grade level. They met a few times and helped us come up with the ideas that we would do for our Bullying Prevention Month.
And what were those ideas?
Well, the students voted and they came up with the ideas, and what we ended up doing was we had 3 different weeks of activities. The first week was a rap song or poem competition, so the students in their classes could write a rap song or poem, and then there was 1 per grade level that won. The second week we did a poster competition, and the students had to create a poster with our theme of Tigers Take Out Bullying. And then the third week, which we're actually in right now, is a video skit competition, and the students can create a video or skit about bullying prevention.
Can you tell us about a success story that you've seen with students as a result of this anti-bullying campaign?
Sure. Well, one thing that's been really neat about this year is that we've had students join our prevention committee that wouldn't typically step up and be leaders in our school, and it's been really neat to see them be leaders now because they're walking around, they're taking their committee membership very seriously and really trying to help bullying be ended at our school.
Amaya, thank you for being here with me today. Can you tell me the inspiration behind your piece?
Yes, everybody in my class worked on it during Mastery. We wanted to show you that it's not okay to bully, and that if you see someone getting bullied, you should stand up and talk instead of just sitting there and looking at them getting bullied. You should tell the teacher.
Okay. All right. And so you all created this. What is it, a poem or what is it?
It's a poem.
It's a poem. Will you recite that poem for us?
Yes, it's called Do the Right Thing.
Do the right thing. Okay.
Bullying comes in many forms. It interrupts your daily norms. There's physical, verbal, and cyber, you see. This is how it comes to be. A bully's actions can burn like fire. Seek out help and it will lift you higher. Bullying is not nice, not good. It's true. Someone's getting hurt, you should know what to do. Stop, report, help. Tell someone, do the right thing. It's your moral duty. Victims are dying because no one's trying to stand up, seek up, to believe that's what's up. It's hard to endure all the pain inside for the actions of others who have no pride. It's time to stand up, show what's up inside. Bullying is not nice, it's good, it's true. If someone's getting hurt, you should know what to do. Stop, report, help, tell someone, do the right thing. It's your moral duty.
Do the right thing, right? Hi, Erin.
Hi.
Thanks for being here. So tell me what you're doing your senior project and how it relates to this bullying effort at Williston.
I'm doing my senior project on bullying and suicide preventions. And I came over to Williston to talk with the kids and help them do their bullying stuff. So
how did you help the students?
We did posters, they did videos, we did raps. And I came over here, I did it for my school with the posters. And I came over here to help them with a review of my poster, and we did it together. and we did some ribbons. We cut ribbons for bullying prevention bullying month. So we cut ribbons and we did all types of store stuff. We did some different.
And were you able to share that back at Mosley?
We did the ribbons for my school too.
How did that go?
It went good. They wore the ribbons for that day. They participated well. I thought it wasn't, but
yeah, that's surprising that a high school student would be as interested as middle school, but they were.
They did good. I'm surprised. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how did this experience impact you as a person? What did you learn from it?
I learned a lot from it. I learned that don't be a bystander. You can speak up for it. And I look at things different now. Like people, how am I say these? People, oh God, don't be a bystander. I don't know what to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think it makes students think more deeply about the issue?
Because people, they sit there and see people bullied, don't say nothing about it.
Right.
And now I feel like I researched more about it. You can go to people and talk to people about it, like go to your teacher, go to your parents, and go stuff like that.
So you feel you help raise awareness. That's a great thing. So you'll present this again for your senior project at the end of the semester.
Yes, ma'am.
So good. It sounds like you had some good experience to share, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, thank you for doing this for our students. We appreciate it. Jayla and Kenora, welcome. So I want you to tell me why you think the anti-bullying campaign is important for your school.
I think that people should always be respected no matter where they are, and school is supposed to be a safe and educated place to be.
Okay. Okay, Jayla?
Well, like I think it's a good campaign for school-wise because most bullying is at school. Like, there's a lot of bullying going around school, so that's why I think it's a great idea.
All right, so tell me what you all did about it. Tell me about this poster.
Well, Kenora, she really illustrated it, and I had the idea, like.
And how'd you get that idea?
The topic was take out bullying.
Right.
Tigers take out bullying, and like, as soon as I heard that in class, I'm like, Jayla, take out the trash, because that's what my mom always says.
Right.
So, like, take out the trash, take out bullying. So that's how this idea came about.
Okay, and so what are we putting into the trash can? Point that out for me.
It's a lot of insults and things that bullies would say.
Right.
Like, because they're in the trash. Like, you got to take that out. Like.
Right, so we're putting the negative things into the trash can. Right. And Kenora, it has your quote, everybody deserves to be respected. Tell us why you feel that way.
Because nobody wants to be disrespected. They think that's offensive. So everybody should be respected.
Right.
That's just the right thing.
Right. Okay, great job, ladies, and congratulate your classmates for me. Okay, so look at this beautiful bunch of girls. Let's see, Ava, Ella, Emma, and Olivia. All your names end in A. That's cool. So tell me about your anti-bullying campaign. How do you think this campaign has made a difference here at Williston?
I think that the campaigns are going to make differences by just kind of joining everyone together. People that might not initially be friends could work together on something, and it could build friendships, and everyone could just get along better.
Okay.
I think that because of this campaign, now there can be maybe less bullying, and I think that people that have bullied someone else now kind of have a chance to be someone else and kind of
maybe rethink their behavior?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So, and people that have been bullied to speak out a little bit.
Great answer.
Well, I think that some of the people that have been bullied here, it's easier for them to express their feelings through making a poster or making a song than actually talking to somebody directly. It's easier to express it through something else than actual words. So it's better for them to say what they want to say.
That's great, to express it through art and song. That's awesome.
Honestly, I was very scared when I came here. I've heard lots of bad rumors about the bullies. Well, when I came here, it's wonderful. The bullying's gonna change it. Like, there are gonna be no bullies. I mean, everybody's so nice to me. The bullying campaign, it's been wonderful.
So this campaign seems like it's made it kind of not cool at Williston to be a bully.
It's going to make a change.
Great. I'm so happy to hear that. Now I understand you all have a song for us?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
They used to knock me around and push me down. Scared to tell anyone, so I went down. So I sat quietly, my thoughts I buried. I fell asleep still dreaming. I woke in reality, but I kept my heart true and refused to believe you. It held you down or bring you up, no, 'cause we've had just enough to hear our voice, to run away. Hey, it'll be oh so cliche. They see it all, they see it now. We are the Williston Tigers, we're fighters, taking out the liars, 'cause we are all united, and you're gonna hear us roar. Roar, you're gonna hear us roar. Now I'm floating like a butterfly, singing like a bee, I earn my stripes. You went from 0 to our own hero. We brought you down, we'll bring you up, no, 'cause we've had just enough to hear our voice, to run away. Hey, it'll be oh so cliche. We'll see it all, see it now. We are the Williston Tigers, we're fighters, taking out the liars, 'cause we are all united, and you're gonna hear us roar louder, louder than a lion, 'cause we are all united, and you're gonna hear us roar, 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 you're gonna hear us roar.
Wow, that's amazing. It's always good to make a trip to our own Williston Middle School, where they're restoring the legacy of the school. And as we wrap up Bullying Prevention Month in New Hanover County Schools, we have learned that a good anti-bullying program can make a real big difference with our students and our staff and the entire school community. So for Diversity Matters, don't go away, we'll be right back.
Al ocurrir un choque de autos, 3 de cada 4 niños no van tan seguros como deberían de ir, porque sus asientos no son colocados correctamente. Con el sistema Latch es más sencillo hacerlo bien, manteniendo a sus hijos protegidos. Colocando, ajustando, abrochando. Aprende más en safercar.gov.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Diversity Matters. If you would like more information about our school system's ESL program, call me at 254-4202. Also, feel free to contact the school system's public relations office at 254-4245 about any of the topics discussed on our show today, or with suggestions for future editions of Diversity Matters. And for information on school system policies, activities, and events, check out the school system's website at www.nhcs.net. Until next time, I am Maria Black, and on behalf of my co-host, Valida Cuadrobon, thanks for watching. We'll see you again next month here on Diversity Matters.